Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Chewy again, and I'm ready to make the cutover. No, thought I was. All right, some of them must have already got moved over. Oh. So we're almost ready. All right, so once these are done, we should be ready. I've got two 64 gig or two 64K drives over in the refined storage over in the factory. From there, I'm going to add one more, and then I'm going to hook up the system with a wildcard variable card to export everything from the integrated dynamics storage system over to the ME or the refined storage system, right? So okay, come on, almost. Should have broken that up into two. Okay, so 64. Whoa. Okay. Now we add that, and we can see what we have in there. And as soon as we're done here, we'll hook it all back together. Now the only thing this won't bring is the drawers that are in that have the andesite and the other. So basically, I just ran a cable out here and hooked it up to an intermediate barrel. And then on the other side, we have an importer with some speed upgrades going into the storage system. And now when I put this into the export all items, basically it starts to go. And we can verify everything is going into the system over here just by easily looking at our inventory. All right. And you can see things changing. Things are getting added. That's bringing in nickel. And again, so we have 64 by 3. So that's 192K, 192,000 items. And I think we had 92,000 items total inside the integrated storage, integrated dynamics storage system. So I think we should be about half capacity really once this thing gets over here. And then now that while that's working, we can continue to do some of these things, right? We don't have our patterns here yet. I thought we had pulled them. Nope. Auto selected. Oh, they're being brought over there. They're immediately exporting the system. But they're still not here yet. Okay. Let's see if we can make them here. Okay, so it must have been somehow in between, like maybe the refined storage cable has a buffer in it, because I think we're empty now, and I think everything is over in the new system. Yep. Okay, so everything is gone. So one thing I do have to do... Okay, I think these now... I don't need a... Yeah. So the contents stay in them. Oh, okay. So it moved all of that stuff. Wow, okay. What about the andesite? Yeah, it did that too. Okay, so excellent. We don't have to worry about the drawers anymore. So how do we want to... I guess put it here. We'll do an ender chest. All right, so I don't have a wrench here, but okay. There we go. So all right, we don't need the... So we don't need any of the other things in the other storage devices over here. So let's go ahead and get rid of all of this stuff. Clean that all up. I guess we can... Wow, is this tedious? All right. Um, all right. So that cleans up that. And again, I don't know why I didn't use the waystone. But all right, so yeah, like we said, like I thought, maybe just around halfway of our total storage. So that works pretty well. I think what I'm going to do is that. No, not that red one. That red one. You know what? Actually, oh. I don't think I'll ever need those again. Whoops. But just to be safe, we'll hang on to them. Okay, so I'm going to go grab that. See, I didn't realize Integrated Dynamics made this before. And again, I'm flying when I should be using the waystone. All right. Okay, I'm probably going to have to make several of these. Okay, so it's a variable store. All right, we're getting there. There we go. I think we're only going to hang on to 2 of them. One for the food. And then this one just for extra stuff that we pick up. All right, so now all of the contents are moved over here and we have everything in the right place. Now we need to start setting up some autocraft recipes, and that'll help us keep ourselves straight here. So let's find our patterns. There we go. I knew they were here. Okay. And what do we do first for patterns? Probably make a pattern. All right. I already have the wrench, but I do need one for refined storage. So the refined storage wrench. But let's start with this one. So the basic, the improved, the advanced, oh, I also want to I want to grab those furnaces, because those we can actually hook up to refined storage. And the nice thing is we don't have to actually use coal. We can actually power these with FE or RF, whichever. Which is nice because basically, you know, I mean, we're getting coal, but it can get kind of meh. All right, so let's set up. There. Let's do a network receiver. Transmitter. All right, so in the middle, it's going to be our receiver. Transmitter. And then now this should be live. Nope. We forgot these. All right. And now some cable. And then we need crafters. Okay, 3 of those, and I'm going to do the wrench just because I know how these things place, and they don't place well. Wow. Okay. They did. Okay, why do you have no lights? All right, so now our factory or our iron furnaces augments. Yep. So we want a factory. So we want the factory augment. 3 of those. All right, so we got speed upgrades and factory upgrades. And they are going to need RF, so we'll do a point. Oh, we're out of pipe. Okay. You know what? I'm not thrilled seeing this not light up, though. I'm not sure whether it's just a glitch. That was weird. Okay. We have enough power. All right, let's see what we can do about some recipes to use in the furnaces. So, keep on with the basic, right? Improved. Now it's up. Okay. Oh. Nice. So we can actually fill these without breaking those blocks now. Nice. I like that. That's very similar to AE2. I wonder if AE2 and refined storage will ever just kind of like merge into one storage system. I mean, both developer teams are pretty good. I gotta say, I like both of these mods a lot. They both have good ideas. So, all right. So let's just make a stack of each then, right? Oh, we need some more silicon. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, so we can use either recipe now. I think what I'll do is use the silicon essence to make as many as I have. And then we'll put the recipe in there for the for smelting the Certus dust. All right, and then in our autocrafter, we'll put that there. So if I do that, I manually make as many as I can. Wait, did I already put that in there? Yeah, I did. Okay, perfect. So if it ever needs it, it can start to work from there, and I'll get it working on importing the other silicon dust into an ender chest or something. What? Where'd this come from? Weird. All right. That's fine, though. So we're going to do an enter chest and an importer, which we already have. That refined cable. And we're going to need a recipe for that for sure. All right, so let's put this here, there. All right. And then, so we need a oh, that already has, oh, that retains the speed upgrades now. Cool. I like that. But let's actually get recipes for those and for the generic upgrade. All right, and we'll put those in here. And we'll start to fill those up. And then there's also, we need a sugar. Oh, nope, in there. Sugar. A pattern there. And then the nature essence pattern for sugar itself. Oh, and I did find out that the auto crafters do have upper levels. So auto. All right, and then the gold auto crafter. Oh, that's interesting. So now it tells you. Cool. So I'm going to need a recipe for this. For sure. All right, so back to gold auto crafter. Wait. Gold auto. What are these called? Neural? Oh, okay. So these have other, so we need to input output on the bottom. And that way it can insert what it needs and also extract it from there as well. So, yep, forgot about that. Diamond auto crafter. So the nice thing about doing these is the upper level ones is that not only do they hold more, but they're faster, right? And so let's see. So these can go there. And that can finish off the standard one. All right. And we also need diamond block. Okay, so manually putting it in there doesn't help. All right, we'll pull that out for now. Now we can do auto crafter. No. Okay, so we don't have... We don't have any crafting tables or recipe. All right. Okay, what is going on? Why is this not crafting? That's weird. So it's not locked, but I don't know why it wasn't working. Oh my gosh. 4 netherite blocks? Yeah, no thanks. We'll go with the diamond for now. All right, so we'll grab that one and that one. All right, so iron auto crafter. Gold auto crafter. That's going to take gold blocks. Diamond autocrafter. We already have the diamond block. And we have the neural link. So, all right. Speed upgrades. Well, let's make. Okay, so we need quartz enriched fiber or quartz enriched iron. Okay, and then for you, we get those. And then for diamond, we need 2. Oh, these require... Man. All right. All right, so the iron one probably is fine. But these... It doesn't say it requires them. That's just an iron autocraft. No, I guess maybe it was the iron one. Oh, okay. I don't have time for this. This is bonkers. Will it work now? No, of course it won't. It will that way. See, here I am singing, singing Refined Storage's praises, and they've got something stopping us basically from using the autocrafter recipes. Okay. So we have more room now to upgrade for our autocrafts. I still don't understand why this... Never priority, yes. Never priority, yes. Okay. Do the other ones work? Oh, okay. We're not, that's just renaming them. That's not, so it would be chained if you were adding them together. Yeah, I don't know. They all should be input output. I don't understand. Let's see if we can do a little end around just to see if it's the furnace. Or it's something else. Let's see if we can pull it out from the top. Okay. So this is kind of strange. It may be just the furnaces that are having trouble with this. Okay, so that seems to be working, at least on that furnace. All right, let's try it with some of the other ones now, see if that helps. Silicon. Oh, control click to autocraft. Okay, and that seems to work. All right, so apparently that's the format. You have to input from the bottom and then output from the top with those. Weird. Let's try some of those knurls. Okay, so we need some more autocrafts. So we need oak, which is that. And we need oak planks, which that one. Crafting table. All right, and then so knurl. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so I have to figure out the recipes are. Nope, it didn't catch it. Okay. It might have been the problem with the auto crafters. I thought it was accepting it, but it wasn't. Okay, and that is working as expected. Wow, that was a process. There we go. Now, what I could do is eventually I'm going to try and move the mechanisms machines in here. And I don't know if we can get 7 across here, but probably. And so if we We can bury the cable here. So the other nice thing about this over AE is that there's no channels, right? So I could load this up. You know what? I wonder, yeah. Nope. Nope. There. And then our crafters go on top of that. So let's see if we can get our crafters. I need an auto crafter recipe just for the base one. All right, so we need one for machine casing. And I thought we had one for our destruction cores and construction cores, but maybe not. What? What's happening here? What in the world? How did I get 2 network cards? Okay. So, yeah. Whoa. Okay. Okay, so they're saying that it might be a bug. Yeah, thinking that's a bug. All right, well, yeah. So I'm gonna log out and log back in and see if I can see if that resolves it. Otherwise, good grief, we may have to stop and restart with applied energistics. I really don't want to do that. So we'll see next time. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.